Hello and welcome. I'm back with another tier 15 map farm video. Now this time we are in Legion League, so it's 3.7 and the maps. In this video I will talk about two maps, not one. I decided to compare two maps to each other. So one of is shaped Bazaar and the other one is shaped Volcano. So there are some other tier 10 maps, of course you can shape them, but the Bazaar has the Saint's Treasure card, which is the Exalted card, so it's worth some money. And Volcano has the King's Art and Pride Before the Fall, so these gives Calm's Art, which is around 2 Exalted Orbs. It is 8 cards and Saint's Treasure is 10 cards, I guess. So there are some extra money. I don't have any left. So this is the Chaos card. There we go. And also Pride Before the Fall. You can check those on Gamepedia, of course. And I also prepared a Google Sheet this time. And I'm gonna also talk about these. And I will also give a link to the description, so you can check it again if you want. It's easier to check. So there are some cards, as I mentioned earlier, and also they are tier 15. So if you are not familiar with tier 15 farm, that means at the moment I have Volcano shaped. This means that you need to uncomplete if you did the other tier 15s first, or never do them at the first place. So you only have shaped Volcano or Bazaar, whichever you are doing, and you complete all the tier 16s. Also you can elder a map if you want. So the idea behind this is a lot of people are doing tier 15s, so it is very easy to buy it and in bulk. So I can buy, at least 10 or 20 from one person, so it is very easy to buy them. Because you will eventually run out of maps, because we also have tier 16s unlocked. So the tier 15s at the moment are like, 5 to 6 chaos each. And the tier 16s are 15 to 16C. So it means 10 chaos difference. So it's a profit. And I will show you all the map drops, of course. So let's start. I will first talk about how I did my maps real quick, what sextants I used, then I will compare the two loot tables. So of course you chisel your maps, alchemy, and what I looked for is at least 25 pack size. So this is a good map, but I'm gonna roll some in case you are not very familiar with map rolling. So 25 is the lowest I keep, but this doesn't have any bloodlines, nemesis, beyond, any additional good monsters. So I also corrupt these kind of maps. This is a very good thing, by the way. Unidentified, this means it has 20 or 30%, I'm not sure, more quantity. So make sure you keep these for the unidentified sextant. So if you are familiar with the sextants, you can keep some and combo it with the sextant, so you will get more profit even. Also 84, this is 24 pack size and nothing in it. You can corrupt this if you want, or just keep rolling. This is actually 24, but it has beyond, so you can keep these. So I think you get the idea. You can also maybe, I don't know, corrupt all the maps, because there's high chance of getting unidentified and 8 modes, which has a lot of quantity in it. But I only corrupt like 30 maps in 100 or so. So this is how I did all my maps. So when I was doing the Bazaar map, I only used the 1 red and 2 yellows, so total 3 sextants. But I wasn't very satisfied with the result. So of course I profit a lot, but I wanted to try more, So when I was doing the Volcano map, I used 4 sextants because it is in a very good spot. You can put 4 sextants like this and all yellow. So about sextants rolling, you also want, you know, more monsters, of course. Barrels are fine if you can break those, of course. It is a little time consuming with the character I'm playing, but I keep these. This is a new sextant mode which doesn't do much if I'm not missing any point, so I roll these additional monsters. Additional monsters and also essences, so I also keep these, so you can sell the essences if you want. Imagine boss isn't good. Rogue exiles. You can use these ones with two bosses map mode, so it means more bodyguards and also two guaranteed map drops, but those maps are most of the time yellow maps, or, you know, tier 11 maybe. It is very hard to get 15, 16. It is very RNG based, so I also roll these, and this is the one to, you know, use these maps in, so it's a very good sextant. So additional monsters, this one, the new sextant, the essence, there are some ghosts. Even in 3 maps, if you can get one ghost in a elite and kill it, you most of the time profit. If it's, you know, the map drop ghost, you get a 15 or 16, I believe. So it's a profit even in one map. If you can get to all 3 in 3 different maps, you even get more profit, of course. But it's very hard to, you know, get the ghosts in the mobs, and most of the time you kill the ghost from off screen if you are playing an, you know, bow character or essence terrain. I'm playing essence terrain, by the way. And this is about the sextants. I'm using 2 fragments. I use 2 in each different map. Not sextants. Fragments are very cheap this league, so it will be very easy and cheap to buy those. And I guess that's it. I will talk about the loot table. And also I didn't use any Elder or Shaper influence, so these are all influence free. And the character I'm using has 2 9 quantity Ventors and a Bisco, and that's it. I also, you know, level while I do these kind of things, so I don't want to use full quantity and die a lot. Even with this gear, of course, my talent tree isn't very optimized for survivability, so my HP is a little low, but even with semi-quant gear, I sometimes die to Legion mobs. But if you want to level while doing this and also make a good profit, so I recommend you, you know, at least use some Venters, maybe a good necklace. I had this for the build, so I couldn't use a quantity necklace. Feel free to use a 10 quantity Shaper amulet, multi-mod it, get some life, resist, whatever you want. So those are very good. Visco is also very good for rampage and a little 5 quantity. And that's it. This is the gear I'm using. The character is Essence Train. Let's talk about the loot now. So you can check these later if you want also. I'm gonna talk and compare a little. And also, as I told earlier, the investment is a little different between the 2 maps. One is 3 sextant, the Bazaar map. The Volcano has 4 sextants. And I also didn't quite invest in the Zana mode when I am doing the Bazaar. So the Bazaar has less investment overall, but also the profit was a little less. You will see at the end. And I, you know, invested more in the Volcano and profit more. So bear that in mind. So this is the Bazaar first. You can check all these. There's nothing much to talk about. Of course, the prices can change. This is the price table. So this can change during the league, and also can change in different leagues. So 2 Exaltors, the, you know, expensive stuff, 3 Divines. These shards comes from the Sextant. That's also a new Sextant. It has Harbingers in it. The Harbingers are on the boss. They are together, and try to, you know, use your double boss maps, the 2 bosses maps with the Harbinger Sextant, and also bodyguards if you are keeping that sextant, because it means you get 1 extra Harbinger, and also the boss drops Harbinger shards, Anomalous shards, Ancient shards, Exalt shards, all those kind of things. So make sure to min-max your sextants with the maps. And these are the splinters. So these are not really worth much this league. So this is the chaos that I get from all these splinters. So you can even hide the breach splinters. These are the new ones. I'm sure the prices maybe changed a little. I prepared this like 3 days ago. So as I said earlier, the profit can change a little during the time. It doesn't really matter, you will get the idea eventually. And these are the maps. Now I am telling again, I invest less in the Bazaar maps, so I got less maps overall and also less currency, everything, but you profit anyway. So these are the maps that you really care about. And by the way, I did 114 maps because I lost count. I was trying to stop at 100, but I did 14 extra. So in 114 maps, we got 110, 111 maps. So this means that I got 3 map less. So we didn't quite sustain it, but half of the maps are Guardian maps, which means 10 chaos or 11 chaos profit. So this alone, makes a lot of profit anyway. Also we get, I try to, collect, loot all the lower tier maps, but I don't sell those. So if you are also selling those in bulk, you can even make, more profit. But selling maps, for most people is a little annoying. What I do is I put the tier 10s, 11s and 12s in bulks, which means 5 maps or even 10 maps sometimes, and give it a little cheaper. So when you get a whisper, you sell at least 5 maps to a single person. So it, saves you a lot of time. So try to make, at least 50 maps if you have the money. That's what I do. And after 50 or 60 maps, gather everything together, put up your shop. It takes around 1 hour to sell all these maps. You don't sell the tier 15s anyway because they are all bazaars or volcanoes. So it's very easy to sell the tier 16s. Most people buy, at least 3 or 4 maps because they are, spawning Uber Elder or even farming tier 16. So it is very easy to sell these. And these are probably take some 40 minutes or so to sell. You can maybe also even bulk these, but I sell these like this, so it's a little tip for you if you want. And these are the cards. So 13 Saints Treasure. I guess the price is also a little different, but I forgot to edit because the Exalt price change every day, most of the days. I don't know if you can sell the gamblers, but this is the price, so I also mentioned those here. And you get these ones from Betrayal Encounters. Of course there are more cards, but these are the worthy ones. By the way, in the both Volcano and Bazaar, I don't count any of the lucky drops like unique items and the cards that you get from Legion monsters or Diviner strong boxes. Because for example, if I get a Doctor card from a Diviner or a Legion mob, they can also drop different cards. It doesn't matter which map you are in. I can't count this here because it's a lucky drop. You will probably not get that, so it doesn't make any sense. So these are the cards that you will see. So you will get the same profit. That is the idea behind it. So eventually that makes 3,776 chaos total earned. And this is the red area is the spendings, the investment. So 140 maps, they were 6 chaos, I believe. Some rolling, this can change, of course. I most of the time forgot to calculate my alchemies and scorings, So maybe this is a little higher or lower, depends on your luck when rolling the maps. 4 chisel for each map. Sextants, 2 yellow, 1 red. Sextants are getting more expensive each day, so this is gonna go up. As I said earlier, I only walled my 30 maps or so in 100. Those are the ones with 25 pack size most of the time. 24, 25, even 26 pack size without any bloodlines, beyond or nemesis. If you have one of those, keep those maps. Also 2 bosses mode, make sure you use that with the what's this, Harbinger Sextant. So try to min-max your maps with the Sextants, as I said earlier. Also sacrifice fragments, these are very cheap this league. And so about the Zana modes, when you are doing a tier 15, the most logical thing to me is to use the bloodlines, because the bloodlines, the magic monsters, drop the tier 16 guardian or elder, whatever you are having on your atlas. Those maps you can get from elite rare monsters, I mean some bosses, of course, beyond bosses, also the map boss, and also the magic monster. So it means that white monsters cannot drop tier 16s. This is why you want to use bloodlines. But on the Bazaar video, I only used like 30 maps of bloodlines. So this was overall less investment. I will compare the two in a minute. So you will see the map difference. So this is all the investment, all the spendings, and total profit is here, 11.4x. So let's go over to the Volcano. I will be a little quicker now and I will compare the two, and that will be the end of the video. So now the Volcano, I'm telling again, I'm using 4 sextants. I used bloodlines on every map. I sometimes use beyond in the beyond maps for double beyond. So this will be overall more investment. So let's just compare the two. So overall profit, pardon me, the total earned, you see there is 1000 chaos difference. Of course these are 2 different maps, so there are different cards which also factors in the calculation. So let's check the currencies. Chaos Orb is going up, Alchemy going up, Fusings. All of these currencies I get more because I invested more. And also a very important thing to mention, of course these are 2 different maps, so the mob count maybe isn't the same, so that can also factor in these calculations. But the biggest difference is here. It doesn't have anything to do with the sextants as far as I know, because sextant doesn't do anything to the legion mobs, right? So check this area now. These are all the splinters and the profit. And now check the Volcano. You see there is a 100 chaos difference in the splinter section. So carry 400, and you see 140 difference. Eternal Empire, around 200 more splinters. And the wall, 300 in the Volcano. Check this out. You see the difference? This is probably because of the map. So Volcano seems a better place overall for the Legion League. As I said earlier, I don't think this has anything to do with the additional 1 sextant and the bloodlines mode I use, because there are no magic bloodline, I don't know, additional monsters in the Legion packs. As far as I know, I don't know. So this should be because of the map difference. So Volcano seems to have more Legion monsters. So also the difference in the currency I made, probably also because of the more Legion monsters I killed. But also using 1 additional sextant and bloodlines probably helped. So bloodlines mostly helped with the map sustain. So let's check the map now. So these these are not really, important. You will get around the same result. So this is the important thing, important part. So we have 140 maps total if you combine 15s and 16s, right? And we had 111, yeah. So it means around 30 maps more I got from using Bloodline. So it means the profit is in Volcano 200 and 2000 chaos we get from the maps, and you see the difference is 400 chaos. So this is what Bloodlines make. This is the difference. So I highly recommend you use Bloodlines on all of your maps. Even beyond. I don't have Headhunter this league because it's very expensive. I didn't bother spending money on it. So if you have Headhunter or some inspired learning tools, you can also try the Beyond. But don't forget that Beyond is 1 chaos expensive this league. It is 5 chaos. And Bloodlines is 3 chaos. So keep that in mind. And these are the cards that we get in Volcano. So King's Heart right before the fall. These are the expensive ones. Also these ones apparently are half a chaos, I guess. You can sell these, but I used all of these. You get unique weapon anyway, so you get some alchemy back. And I guess this can drop, you can get, Adzeris Disfavor, if I'm not mistaken. That's what these cards are for. I'm not really sure, I haven't got any. So if you know that, if you can get it or not, you can sell these or use those. Because the X is very expensive at the moment at the risk this way. But maybe I'm mistaken. I'm not sure if you can get it or not. So if you compare the cards, it is almost the same currency. So the biggest difference is the splinters, the maps, and overall because of more Legion monsters and maybe the Volcano has more monsters, I don't know. We also got more currency overall. I somehow got like lots of tabulas and divine orbs, so this also made a lot of difference. As you see, 9 divine orb difference. The exalted is again 2. So this section 700C, 500C, it has a very big difference. So about the spendings, again same number of maps, same price for all of these, of course. Now we have got 4 sections, yellow sections. These are very expensive at the moment. The last time I checked, those were around 4.1 chaos each. It's going up in prices, but you profit anyways, so don't be afraid to spend your money. Again, same wall condition for both, same fragments. So the only difference is the sextant price, and I'm using bloodlines on every map, 3 chaos each. So total spending is increased like a 600 chaos, 500, 600. So that was the difference, but you see we got more chaos back, so it definitely paid back. So overall in Bazaar we got 11.4x profit, and in Volcano we got 14x profit, so it is more. So probably the investment paid back, and also again the two maps are different maps, so maybe Volcano also is a better place overall. Maybe if I also try, Bazaar with 4 sextants and all bloodlines, maybe you can get the same result. So do whatever map you are comfortable with. They are both great maps, but I don't recommend Bazaar for melee characters or characters that require lots of mobility skills, because there are lots of obstacles and buildings. Also make sure you play a skill that is, easily hit monsters. behind or near the obstacles. Essence Drainer works really well, and I guess any ball character is also very good to go. Maybe some spells like Arc, or I don't know, you make the call. If you are not comfortable with the skill you are using, just go for Volcano. So this is a little information about what I didn't count. I mentioned this a couple of minutes ago, but of course it means the profit is actually higher than this. That means because I didn't bother with counting the essences and fragments, of course these are worth a lot of money. So probably I got at least one exalted more from these. So the profit is of course higher, and also if you count the lucky drops you can get, of course this goes up and up and up. So this is the base for a profit, the minimum profit that you will also get if you are following the same thing I did. So this can go higher depending on your luck. So that's it. If I'm missing anything, please ask me. Don't be shy. That's it, I guess. Yeah. Thanks for watching. See you next time.